me before, I'll just throw the question right back at you. Who do you favor here throughout the stages of the game?
I could actually see Mineski's lineup like totally snowballing, getting completely out of control because, like, you have the tanky lineup of Signature.Trust, but if you can start stacking the levels really hard here, like the Euphonic Shield coming out is going to do a lot of work early on. Same thing with Snowballs and Ice Shards, of course, from your Tusk, and Ogre Magi has a ton of Magic Burst, all while being controlled by swaps and stuns. So I certainly don't think they're like out of it by any means, even though you're looking at a pretty daunting task here, but they need to get the ball on early if they want to have any chance of bringing down this big old tanky, beefy herd of Signature.Trust.
Alright, so quick early teleport here from Signature.Trust. And you guys are just tuning in, welcome. This is our second series here. Second 2-game series in Dota Pit SEA. Mineski taking on Signature.Trust. Game 1 of this particular series, so more games left to play here. Let's take a quick look at the lineups before the action starts. Starting with Mineski here, Jules. Looking to support on that Ogre Magi, so we're not gonna see the core Ryu here on that Baton, so seems like a core Albert. Here we've got Cuckoo on the mid lane Queen of Pain. We have Raging Potato actually on a core Venge. And Jesse Vash on the Tusk. So they're gonna go aggressive here or I know.
No, definitely looks that way. It certainly you can't do it if you're going with like the core Venge. No reason not to. And moving on, Signature.Trust then, so they're gonna have Lacels be on this Razor. It'll be Jab. Gonna be on the Earth Spirit. Gonna have my Pro on the Viper, Famo on the Disruptor, and then in the offlane AABBAA on the Slardar.
AABBAA.
Oh, he's a card, that guy. Eventually, it kind of rolls off after a while.
Yeah. It's like, oh god, why you're right in trouble here. He gets a banner rune. And now it's 4 heroes around him, and unfortunately can only do so much. He gets stunned up. That'll be the first bottle already.
Roche Mercy. Can't get there.
He's too lazy. And that Christmas hat also limiting his build a little bit, so he can't actually go out that far.
That's a good point. That's a balance issue.
Yeah, so actually, yes. It'll be fixed in 6.86b, I suppose.
Yeah, that's true. We'll get back Death Prophet and everybody too.
Yeah. It's a lane take shape. It looks like a it does look like this aggressive lane as we have another quick disconnect. Let's hope he's alright.
Yeah, pings all look fine, so it's probably just some sort of a quick issue. Maybe some settings. Item bug, nice. Classic.
I mean that you can't buy any more items?
Yeah, it gets like stuck on your cursor. It's so annoying. You can't buy anything.
Oh. Well, still in beta, but he's back now, so quick reconnect should fix the issue. So this aggressive trial lane up against what is for now solo rated. It's gonna get some help from Disruptor, who doesn't necessarily have the best impact up against the trial lane, and the Earth Spirit as well. Do you think they can actually keep the Razor alive here? Being gone on right now, they're slow. They still have the stun from the Vengeful Spirit. Do quite a bit of damage here just with the right clicks. There it is. Nice. Second blood. One kill going in favor of Mineski here. Repeating that aggro try, and of course no one even in range to try and help down.
Alright, well, what do you think of the Fairy Fire anyway? I see that we've got one up here on the, is it Tusk who has it? Yeah, he's got one up here. So you get the +2 damage. You get the immediate 75 HP. Seems pretty good, but a little bit situational. Like maybe once teams start warming up to it, like they did the Mango, we'll see it more often on like a. It seems like a good last stitch for like a core hero. I feel like in the safe lane, you know.
Yeah, it's essentially the Mango for health points.
Yeah.
And it's just one of the similar kind of situations. I mean, a Mango just to get Potato actually being glimpsed back. Stun will miss from the Earth, but now he actually moves, which is, so much damage being stolen, 50 on the Black Health, but and you can turn around and get it off. Doesn't look like it. Nice eye shots here too. Jab and 5 out, they're dropping so low. The stun from the Ogre, one last right click. You should bring him down. No one else, nothing else that they could really do. Raze is level 1, just with Blink. Doesn't really have the health points to actually turn around. Raging Potato, he's looking for more. Doesn't have a Mango if he wants to turn around. Gonna need some extra help. There it is. Form of that ignite. The eye shots will not quite block him in. And Jabbles will make his way out with that rolling boulder.
I suppose he was safe from the ice shots anyway. It's kind of nice, kind of like a Rift Shaker. You just roll over it. So one of those reasons why we might see him viable in the offlane, honestly, just all that escape potential that he does have. And oh, okay, so here, this is what I kind of like AA, BB, AA. He's got 2 mangoes and a fairy fire, so you get this passive HP regen, and then you're also getting the passive damage boost of +2. I actually think that could help for certain heroes if you like stack 2 of them or something, like 4 more damage. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
A little bit of extra right-click power. Seems good.
I think it'll be. Still think it'll be useful in similar kind of situations than the Mango is. Just getting that extra bit of burst of health to turn a gank around, right? That's what the Mango is essentially doing, just allowing even heroes like Starter to get that extra crush off. Even Vengeful Spirit, he had plenty of Mangoes too, so gotta fill a similar niche, I guess. Okay, we even see the lane rotations in here now. Lakel's looking for this bottom lane, because that's much safer than the top lane is ever going to be if Mineski just stick around with this aggro try, but
yeah, the question is, well, do you rotate now and try and keep up this pressure, or do you just try and, like, you don't really have an aggro try that I don't think can really burst down the tower, or clear waves, so you need to make a decision of what you're going to try and achieve. But it looks like my pro will go down, the poison's going to be close. Oh, he actually plays it on rock! Oh, no. Oh my god!
oh wow.
That was like, that would have failed!
Didn't quite catch on camera unfortunately, but yeah, it must have blinked right into that. Taking that extra damage.
It was like, it's like literally where it's sitting is where he blinked to. It was like the max range of the kick.
Oh man. That is so annoying.
I actually think he was dead anyway from the point of attack, but that was pretty comical.
We're just taking a couple more of those as blinks in to try and harass out the Viper. He's already level 4, going into that max core of the skin builds. With the 113, I suppose. Just deal with the Queen of Pain, and it's pretty good. Stun here to Raya in the back. 740 shield and jab undercover of an Immersion actually. Unable to really provide the extra killing power. They did the math. Game much short.
Yeah, let him
looking
go.
for middle lane though. Cuckoo was having issues. There's the invis paying off.
Oh, nice silence. Alright, this guy's an Earth Spirit player. That was good.
I don't get the kill because Silence lasting for so little time right now, but they keep Cuckoo away, force him to continue to bottle Crow, and even more space for the Viper.
One of the things that'll separate, are they going to be able to get him up here? They get the stun.
They can't reach across kinetic fields, huh?
Yeah. One of the things that separates the Earth Spirit spammers from Earth Spirit like pickers, basically, is if you're like the really good Earth Spirit players, is when you kick the Remnant, you can, before it ends its little trail, you can actually pull it back mid-kick while it's moving, and that way you get the stun, the silence immediately, as opposed to like placing it on the other side of a hero and then doing it, well, they're gonna get my pro, but...
Well, yeah, it looks like he's being slowed down. He tried to turn around with Cuckoo, but now ice shots, actually not quite enough damage here with the stick charges, keeping my pro alive and jab, providing that extra space, even forcing out another rotation here from Jules. So, yeah. Another win for Signature.Trust in a way. I mean, Viper survives, Jab will get some extra levels in mid. As a result, and yeah, more space up top. They are looking to try and make something out of that Raging Potato. Gets stunned up to get a zone up, and now Kinetic Field to keep him on place. He's trying to fight as much as he can, but there's no TP to try and help him. Gets a stun up, actually be the first one to fall. And by now, it might be a second one here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, the towers on the top of the minus arms from the 3 points up into the Wave of Terror. That's not what it wants to just happen here. Don't want to feed a Vengeful Spirit.
Yeah, that's a little more old school. Going for the full Wave of Terror without like a lot of synergy.
Oh god.
Nice little snag by Jab. Just roll in, get the kick.
Hey guys.
He's killing this game, honestly. And he's have come to save
bottom lane. Lakel's probably got to link off, but he's all one of his trios again. And if he actually comes out of it, he's quite tanky with 5 mount. He didn't do too much. Only Kinetic Field jabs. A bit of mana to play with, but does not want to commit. This is not bad. So hey, kind of a 1-for-1 trade across the map then. 1-for-1. Lane now though, might be, yeah, there we go. They swap my pro back and actually get the kill. Kugu doesn't have his ultimate, and that's enough to secure it.
Alright, so now we've got, what, 6 up on Raging Potato. Obviously the Swamp Howland secures that, as well as the Sonic Wave, and I think this is kind of that terror point where they have snowballed. They're up 7-3. Oh, wait, Jab trying to get something to say about this, but he actually misses the roll and ends up behind her.
Cuckoo.
Oh man, he's thinking about it. Oh, he's going.
Doesn't actually get the scream pain off the job trying to do, but they get the vision on him.
Still
They
dead.
get the snowball, and that's him going down. Nice. Kills with the rotation, and well, Cuckoo will have another blink in a couple of seconds, but just Bash not so lucky. Cuckoo just positioning himself quite nicely, just trying to keep Signature.Trust away a little bit longer from the tasks to allow him to escape as well.
Yeah. I gotta say, I'm a pretty big fan of this whole off-lane Abaddon. I know that there's a couple people who spam it in NA, it's a pretty big thing. It's pretty friggin' good. A lot of people who are like made their way to 6k doing it. He's just so tanky and he adds so much to your team at all points in the game. Like you can TP in just like a dazzle to say that okay, they got the swap up top into the fire blast and then the magic missile, couple more right clicks, down you go. Nice.
Nicely done. And that's another thing.
Like,
I mean, you're getting you don't just have the abandon this kind of core role allows him to provide so much sooner than support abandon would be able to. They also have this Vengeful Spirit who is 3, 1, and 4. I mean, sometimes Vengers have the problem that they can't really get off the ground because you don't necessarily farm all that fast. You don't have the extra tools. So
there's a big engagement mid.
yeah, well, there is. He'll claim the task first. Ryo and Arch can actually get the slots back immediately. Bane of course playing up against the Disruptor and Cuckoo.
Yeah, he got caught in the ice shards, kind of static storm laid down there by the Disruptor, so trapped in his own shards in a way there.
Try and trade for a little bit of damage up top. Good, dragging the quick wave back to ensure that they can get the damage off, and yeah.
I like Jules getting the Bloodlust too, a little bit early on. Like some people will skip it, but it's really good with this Vengeful Spirit, especially to help maximize her Wave of Terror here. And the other really cool part about Core Avenge is that it kind of changes how swap works. Like it's not just a saving maneuver, you can still do that, but now it's like an initiation that allows you to swap someone into your team and stun someone on the enemy side, and then you're a right click who's actually in there. You're not just this like suicide, like kamikaze player or something like that, you know? You actually have the potential to make something follow up off of it.
Top lane, looks like we might see something here. Onto Raging Potato. Up, he's looking for it, but the stun gets off. Glimpse back actually connect here, but there's a stun from the startup. He gets the first one to fall. Nice swap out, actually to save himself. Might actually put Jules in a bad position. They're gonna be happy about that. TP out from bench. Jules just trying to waste time at this point. Actually, TP out. They have nothing to stop it. Cuckoo in the back even. Gets into the silence though and has to blink out. Will get it, and at the end of the day, there was a attempt for Signature.Trust to make something happen. Instead, they lose the slot and don't get anything. They even gonna lose a lot of health points on the tier 1 bottom. Keep it in up top, so there's no way they can actually defend this.
Just the overall like treads as well as the magic wand, a lot of stats here. Even just the Wraith Band with the Ring of Aquila. It's all just helping out here to keep her alive. And Cuckoo, I don't know, this is gonna be tough. They do get the kick actually into the silence.
Still gets it off. There's TP and nothing else to actually chase him further. Mineski are doing a really good job. I mean, they played enough to get themselves a little bit warm, so to speak, but now bottom lane, it's another engagement, there's Snowball coming out, stun will be dodged from this Roslado. Ryo is still there, and this TP out, this time it will get cancelled. So Todezy Bash will be sacrificial lamp. Did he eat a Magno there before, or was that someone else? Someone ate Magno for sure, but there each Potato, there's a static storm, he's kind of whipping, but it doesn't really matter. All that matters a hell of a lot of Signature.Trust, and that means that Slaughter will fall. 5 mile also being tracked down sooner or later. Actually, it's quite fast, but another stun from the Ogre. We'll put a stop to that as well, so that's the rotation there back from Mineski. Signature.Trust sticking around a little bit too long.
Yeah, this is looking really good. This is exactly what Mineski needed. Like, just get ahead, and you can see they've got 3 heroes topping the top of the net. Worth, Good, and Abaddon, who's going up higher than a Viper. Razor is struggling. He's about 800 behind. Only has treads, Wraith Band, and nothing anytime soon. Like, there's no mech. Actually, the mech's gonna be going out on the Viper, so it means it's a little bit closer. But like, you're probably looking for an SNY on the Kells. I don't know. It's tough. Blink Dagger's not here. Like, what is their comeback mechanic is the question here. Like, how do you bring this back? It basically has to be Glimpse, but as we're all pretty well aware, Glimpse isn't that great when you're on the defensive.
Yeah, I mean, probably looking for the Slaughter to try and pump up his Blink Dagger before things go too sour. try to make stuff happen with that, and back of the Earth Spirit maybe making some plays, but that's Lara. Looks like a Blink Deck might be delayed soon as well. Jules coming in, the eye shot's blocking off already. He just got blown up. Actually, no, does get the crush from Kuku. He's the one in trouble here. There's a sound of a stun from Jab. Snowfall saving him momentarily, but not for long. Queen of Pain going down first, and now Jancy Vash all alone. Lobbing arms of Signature.Trust. A 2-for-1 trade. This is what they're looking for, right? I mean, they lose the starter and lose the progression towards Blink Dagger, but everyone else benefits from that heavily.
Yeah, the issue there is that, like, yeah, you're ahead and you can take these kind of pick-off engagements, stuff like that, but you can't do it under the tower because it's still gonna end up 5 heroes versus like 3, and like without priority being in, there's not much else we can do.
Oh, stacks off.
That's
Heroes, man. She can catch anyone there. Glimpse back also quite ineffective, so that was a big ultimate down. Signature.Trust, they have to walk out now. Mineski though, they want to fight. They're looking for a swap. Only being level gets it off onto Micro. That'll be the target. He's stunned up. Laka's dealing a lot of damage. Trying to turn it around. This is Snowball just trying to react. He has a stun onto 2 here. As the Abaddon will be first one going down. Micro finally falling as well, but so is the Ogre was Jab going in and looking for Kuku as well. He's controlling him up, so he can't really help Raging Potato, the one position Vengeful Spirit. Goes down in the back, and now Kuku, that was very ballsy from him trying to go for an opposite there. He almost got stunned and silence up again.
Well, another big win there besides Signature.Trust, about 2,300 in terms of a total swap over gold. 730, heading over to the Disruptor. Oh, looks like Stardust having some connection issues here. He tries to get towards that Blink Dagger, but it's just, I don't know, it seemed like they should have won that one, but again, they went in a little kind of hard. Like, they felt pressured to get some sort of a swap into a play, but when you're committing all your resources to bring down a Viper, you're generally going to end up losing that fight. And I feel like why not just sit there and kind of hit the tower? Like, you've got decent heroes, you've got all this sustain, don't waste it diving under a tower. Like, force them to come into you, because the only initiation they're going to have after you just saw them waste Static Storm is going to be Earth Spirit.
Yeah. And that was maybe the call to say, alright, they don't have Static Storm, so we can take a fight. We have to take a fight now when that is down, but it ended up, as you said, to be the undoing. Waiting on the Viper is the least easy target to bring down, actually. With all the magic damage that they have available, and he stays alive and enough space for the rest of his team to turn it around. Especially the Razor, benefiting greatly from that, able to get a good static link off. And this is kind of the way that Signature.Trust can get back into this game, if it's being handed to them on a silver platter by Mineski in a way. Because, well, the initial plan was to just win the lanes, and that obviously didn't quite work out the way they planned.
The other issue is that, like your Queen of Pain, you wanted to keep Snowball, you wanted this train of just getting pick-offs and not diving towers and dying. Like, she's only 3-2-2, but she doesn't, like, you generally want like 5 or 6 kills at this point when you're kind of racking up this little map control and everything like that, and start hanging into really early Aghanim Scepter. But because of the way they're falling behind now and her progression is slowed so much, she'll probably have to go for a Yule's, honestly, just to try and deal with the silence and not get stun locked to death by the Slardar combined in, you know, Glimpse and everything like that. It's probably going to be her only option here, and that's rough. Like, I'd much rather have an Aghanim Scepter than a Yule's, but when the train stops rolling, you don't have much choice anymore.
Well, we'll see what they decide. They definitely have to stabilize. They have to make sure that they don't throw away as much of the lead as they almost are doing already. It's not like, are they actually under that much pressure to execute and to find the kills though? Mineski.
I mean, Radiant?
Mineski, yeah.
I feel like they're definitely pressured to make some stuff happen on the map here, because they're certainly going to start falling off as this goes into a little bit later here. Like, the Ogre is not farmed enough to be a real issue in the mid game. He's not going to have any sort of a Aghanim Scepter or anything like that.
And this time they will just keep on the tower.
See, like, what was wrong with this? This is all you had to do.
It may just feel like it's too boring, like they want to just fight.
Yeah, perhaps.
I think of fighting
a little risky.
As someone that at least doesn't fight back as hard, I suppose.
And they hit 2 points in the Curse of Avernus, so wow, they are annihilating. This is the next wave of terror. And Curse of Avernus also helping. You see, they are just going to town. Eventually, the Queen of Pain machine gun fire in the back line here.
I just want to see Moonshot on Raging Potato here. See that bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, I'd like to
Bloodlust
see
already
actually
good
the
work as well.
Dragon Lance, but let's just go with
Yeah.
the Yasha instead. Seems like it'd be a good game for a Dragon Lance, and Cuckoo actually up to a lot of gold now, so maybe if this turns enough, she can go for a bigger item than just Yules, but we'll see what she's thinking.
Right. Gets another extra farm down at the bottom, whereas the rest of the team just
What?
trying to finish up the tier 2, I suppose.
He bought a Necro. That's
did.
an old school Queen of Pain.
So old school that I don't even remember it, man. When was that a thing?
I don't know, it's kind of like I've seen like quite a few Orchid Necros and stuff like that, but it's a little bit unusual for the first. I'm not sure. I don't know, nothing really jumps out to me other than there's like a lot of AoE, I guess. I'm not seeing a lot of mana drain targets. It definitely adds some push. They can try and end this a little bit earlier. There's no Indus heroes or anything like that that's really required on, but I like it actually. I think it's a good build. But maybe not first. Oh well.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like the Helm of the Dominator build on the Venge. Fan of that. Gives you that nice little alpha wolf running around. Yeah, it's the most common one.
And doubling up on that plus damage aura. Gonna scale very well into the late game. I mean, max vengeance aura already, 36% extra damage bonus, then plus 30% from the Pacty's aura. She has essentially double damage walking with her, together with what she already has herself.
Yeah, and then add on the Bloodlust and the Vlad's also from the add-on.
Oh yeah.
So they're feeling pretty good. And he's going drums next too, so yeah, they're
Smoke up
down
now.
Auras and they want to end it.
Cuckoo is dead. Static's not committed. No way for him to actually go out. There's a smoke rotation here at the same time. We see another smoke from Mineski at the same time. Going once again to the middle lane, so they really hate this middle lane, I guess. They're just not even bothered with the other side towers.
Yeah, and in a situation like that, maybe that's why Cuckoo didn't go for the Yules, because he actually still would have died if he had Yules right there.
Yeah.
So, just hold the multiple silences off. Wow, Raging Potato. Really looking to get rid of the Daegis.
Still alive though, and yeah. Not even popping it just yet, but the Glitter's actually keeping in range of that static links. He's doing so much damage, plus 200 on the Razor, and this is where you can't actually fight anymore. Age is being triggered or not, and Jules trying to throw out whatever he can, but Queen of Pain not part of this fight, if you remember.
Oh
Raging
my
Potato
god,
just being
Razor.
annihilated. They just have to run Glitz back on Jules, so he can't run away from a Disruptor. So there'll be two more going down. Buyback even from the Wench still want to fight this, but can't. What? Jesse Vantage is still hanging around. They still see him trying to yeah, it's not gonna, or is it gonna work? If nothing, that you stop it somehow.
Why did they threw away so much of the lead getting that buyback too? What a waste.
They have somewhere to go or something? We certainly do, but I guess Shiva is contracted now to do the D2CL that we would be missing, but it's the first game of that. But hey, Mineski, they feel like they are pushing too hard too quickly and not taking the appropriate precautions.
Well, they're trying to take two steps at once every single time. Like, you get Roshan, and without even like healing up or anything like that, or they just thought.
It seems like they're going in with the snowball. There's fine now with the static storm, but Slaughter will fall first. Not willing to kind of initiate that just yet. Jab trying to keep them away with the boulder, but Cuckoo just comes in, dishes out a lot of damage, but they're just like in continued control. Now it's Jab's sacrificing himself, I guess, but Luckel's not quite out of the woods just yet. This is not a snowball. Catching up to him, a punch, there it is. Good enough to bring it down actually. Magnus will keep him safe. Swap to get Raging Potato closer. Beautiful usage of that ultimate. Now Mypro. Well, tried to help out with Mag, but now instead, he's the one falling too.
Whatever, this game is full clown shoes.
This is like,
what is happening?
I cast a fantastic fight versus Deep Spirit last night, and it was a similar kind of story. Just really scrappy.
Can they just get wrecked?
Yes, they can. Right. There's no buyback on Disruptor, there's no buyback on Viper or Razor. They only have Slaughter, who can maybe delay it a little bit, but apart from Cuckoo, no one's actually low until the minor health or mana. Then just get wrecked 90 minutes in.
I just don't even know. This is just like, first, you just witness what happens when they overextend so hard and you're back in the game and you're only down 2,000 net worth. And you're actually up on experience and then you do the exact same thing.
It's maybe that's that momentum just working against you, right? You just win a team fight, you feel good, you feel like on top of the world. All right, we can take the fight, but actually you're not as far ahead as you may think you are. As a result, you kind of go a little bit too far, and then the chasing potential from Mineski also pretty damn strong actually. I mean, the blinks from Kuko obviously, but then also the Tusk able to just get close enough to the Razor to get in that secondary snowball near the dire base. Also usage of the swap, I really want to flag that out as well. You were talking about it earlier, how it's not just a sacrifice, it's just Vengeful Spirit getting in. It's not just in the middle of a team fight, but also in these kind of scenarios, right? You're just looking to gain the extra distance to throw out your stun, to throw out your extra damage.
Well, it feels like we're about to see this whole story play out again. Someone will dive and someone will buy back and we'll all cry in the end. There will be a mech this time though, that's a pretty big difference here inside of Mineski. As well as, I don't know if the drums were fully completed, they are now, as well as what looks like it'll be a medallion next, so they're just stacking all these small items and auras here. And the Necro 3s too, that's gonna be a pretty big deal.
It can actually do quite a bit of damage. I mean, it's not quite as much as it could if there was Lycan. But it's still a decent amount if you accidentally kill one of these. And one big AoE is a Disruptor Static Storm, so he's probably gonna get killed off by that. If he's not careful about that. Oh, swap in, big potato, gets stunned up though, and there's knockouts and both in control. Man's out of it, gets stunned up, but further lockdown from the starter. He's being kept up on the back for a little bit, but that should be the first one falling back. Touching so much work on everyone, and now he moves back, not really effective. There's a stun onto Micro. He's tanky though, he's tanking quite through. Jesse Bash trying to trade and will get the Razor, but it's still Jab doing a lot more. Double, triple, quad stun actually from the starter coming up. Instead of everything they had. Well, Mineski is actually working their way through it. That Abaddon keeping everyone alive. Kuko now blinking in, gets glimpsed out. Not before doing a lot of extra damage to Disrupt and Ryor. No, please don't dive that far. Thank you. Yeah, 4 for 3 trade in the end after losing your carry straight off the bat, really.
Did she swap in the Viper again? It was kind of hard. I was just watching her die.
I think she swapped in the Razor.
Oh, is that who it was? It seemed like a little bit deep there, but I guess in the end it kind of worked out. Obviously, everyone else is dead on the Dire, so at least we'll get this tower if they want to commit for it.
Yeah. We'll get a TP comes out from the Razor as he respawns, unable to catch anyone. At the end of the day, Mineski don't know how they do it. Maybe just the Abaddon effect, right? With the Vlads, a little bit subtle. With the Phonic shield, just making sure that. I mean, he probably got off quite a decent number of these shields off in the fight. It's lasted so long, so blocking a lot of the damage. Roshan will back up in 50 seconds, so that'll be the next target most likely. And with that, they can maybe take another one of these kind of fights. Jesse Bash being spotted out by Jab.
Oh.
They're making their way in. Jesse kind of isolated, but he has the help of his team coming in from the high ground, so both teams kind of trying to find an angle around this Roche pit. Mineski having a little bit of advantage with the, They also have that ward up on the high ground. Able to be counted out. So now the tier 2 is in peril. Probably fall without contest here. And the question is, will they go for a pick-off or will they go back to Roche after this?
Probably just securing Roshan's the big deal, but I don't know if they're gonna feel secure enough to do this without a pick-off first. Actually, with the Solar Crest, they definitely will with Wave of Terror. This is gonna get melted.
Yeah.
It's hard to judge with the new patch changes though, but so far it still looks pretty fast when you stack minus armor.
Didn't quite get the Wave of Terror off in time. Now that's a little bit extra time for Signature.Trust to come in. This is done. And fight breaks out, Raging Potato and Pop. I'm not sure that's what he wants to be. Man is up, but the damage is being great by Arcus. Once again, there's a Static Storm coming out on the Raging Potato, but he gets saved by the Snowball. I don't know, he's still alive somehow. There's a swap in onto the Micro is... I don't know what's going on anymore, just people chasing each other, I guess. Slaughter and Disruptor being down. Micro just trying to do what he can, but it's very little that Viper in this kind of position can do, but the rest of the team trying to help out. Rage Potato still alive, though. Same for Ira and Cuckoo doing a lot of work. Same for Jet Smash, just keeping everyone alive, dodging stuns. Not that one though. Triple stun from the starter, and Vengeful Spirit will finally die, but not before losing 4 on the side of Signature.
Oh my god,
that's the first one going down. And they really have somewhere to be. Want to run out this match as soon as possible. Buyback advantage to make sure that they can get this maybe Aegis on her and then push down the tower, push down tier 3. No buyback to Signature.Trust, so that's actually viable. The viable option for them right now.
And it's rightfully so. They'll throw on Raging Potato. Don't want to take any risks here with the 2-minute timer. And there's that Aghanim Scepter thanks to all these towers they did manage to get. So 25 minutes, no problem there. They'll now have that extra unrefined Fire Blast and dramatically increases damage output.
This is where Ogre becomes a lot of fun, because you also get that increased chances for multicast, essentially. So you even get the chance to do a 4-cast multicast once you hit that level 3, so... Yeah, it's looking good for Mineski. We can take a look at the graphs. 15k now is the gold advantage ahead in their favor. 10k running about the experience, and does Signature.Trust have a way to come back now?
Yeah, they do. Only because they have a lot of AoE magic damage that can still work because they're not going to be buying any BKBs since they're stacking all these auras. So you can look towards a massive Static Storm now. They don't really have the best levels, obviously. He is now level 2. Wait, did he not take it? Force that. Okay, yeah, that's a mistake. That is such a. He must have been a misskill. Yeah. 2 points of Static Storm is certainly worth it.
This is sort of getting close to level 12, but he's gonna need a little bit of extra space.
It's an extra 250 damage. That is so brutal. It's like making me angry just looking at that one skill point. Especially he's going Aghanim Scepter anyway. Oh well, he's almost level 12. It's fine. Oh, okay, there's a Veil done for Jab. Alright, yeah, they certainly have a chance. Alright. It's hard, but they have a chance. It's like really hard because they need like a Maelstrom or something on their Viper. And he's far away from that because these waves are going to be the biggest issue as the game moves along. But they're smoked up, they're coming in. Look at the auras stacked on top of this Vendor right now. It's got
so many icons.
8.
Oh god. He's sitting for about a little bit more than 200. That's without any sort of minus armor affecting the MT. They're just gonna go straight in. Go for the racks. Not really overcommitting, diving in too deep towards the tier 4s and the fountain. And dodge the boulder. And it's a melee racks going down with a little contest. They still have the lift. And now's the time to go. Lacos this time. The Link will get stopped. Nasty Static Storm onto Rage Tornado. He is tanking up at this point. Magnetizing everyone, but doesn't appear to be doing anything here. Lacos is just being slowly brought down. Micro stun up.
Nice wave.
And just taking them one by one. No fear at all. That's a GG well played being called. Mineski taking game 1 of Signature.Trust in this 2-game series in Dota Pit SEA.
Well, that was something.
It was the game of Dota with heroes are being played, spells are being cast, and it's all being killed 34 times when it comes to Mineski. So.
Yeah, I think Cuckoo did really well with that Necro build.
Yeah.
Blinks, the screams, all the damage coming out from the summons. 11, 3, 13. Team on his back for this one.
I guess it's a little bit more of a sustained teamfight damage, right? As opposed to the Aghanim Scepter, where you're still in a teamfight, you're only gonna get it off a single time anyway.
Yeah, plus stacking, just all the auras and stuff too, so it does add more damage to your hero, plus the double null she went for, so definitely a strategy they had planned out, and they executed it well.
Yeah,
a couple hiccups, but you know.
Okay, we have one more game coming up now here in Dota Pit SEA. That'll be game 2 of this 2-game series, and that'll happen hopefully in just a couple of minutes, so don't go too far away.